Hello and welcome to the most hated show in the black corner of the internet. I'm your host, the whiteologist, Mr. Blows Your Minds, and this is Black Minds News. Black Minds News is to report, articulate, transmit, communicate, insinuate, develop, investigate, unveil, decode, spread the news, whether by news, video, websites, or quotes from publications. As I articulate this information, I ask that the creator of the universe be here, heart, soul, mind, and spirit. Because why? The truth don't need no partner. As a descendant of the greatest people who created this place that we call the United States, we, the foundational black Americans, the bloodline historical lineage, the historical people known as slaves, we who call ourselves today BADOS, Black American descendant of slaves, some say Black African descendant of slaves, others say ADOS, American descendant of slaves. We, the today children, offspring, and present generation, we give honor to our ancestors. You know what the motto of my show is? I'm never going to tell you what I heard. I'm only going to tell you what I know. Today's date is September the 20th, 2019. Did you hear? I'll go over there to New Jersey. Seems like, again, reminiscent of the time when you used to be in high school. If you should happen to hear you in high school. High school is a place where you're trying to get a groove from grade school, trying to figure out what it is you're about. Get yourself into high school, trying to get yourself established, trying to get that good rapport, trying to make that good reputation, competing against others, same level, mentally, physically, spiritually, and all the above, and the growing pains that one goes through as teenagers, trying to find oneself. Then some people who have advantages that others do not have. Sometimes you have better looks, whether male or female. Some things you're more gifted at, talented-wise, educationally-wise. Some people are more athletically than others. Some are just cool like that, right? And so you have different levels of maturity and understanding when you're at this level, because you have some coming in as 13 as 14, and they can be as old as the law says to 21. So what happens when those who are lacking the ability to compete but have to use physicality as their game? Let's put it that way. Some people have to use their physicality as their game. Not too smart, they ain't too talented, ain't got too many gifts that are better than others, but say I can whoop your ass. You understand? We all know people like that. And so we see one situation to another where a young man who had been in another place transfers to another, trying to get himself resettled. Somehow ends up going to a event party of the school, meets a young lady, walks the young lady home, is what a man would do, young man to do again, try to spit that little bit lit to you, and not knowing her background, not knowing her affiliation, association with somebody. She allowed him, maybe she seen something she liked about him, he walks her home. So there's the mystery there. But then word gets back. The ex finds out that who you went home with. Well, she takes this moment, he's the ex, based on we don't know all the ins and outs about that, but she gets him jealous. Well, this is high school, and jealousy, right, kills it's curiosity that kills the cat. Well, stay tuned as Black Minds News disseminate this story. Stay tuned for this broadcast. Hey, how's y'all doing? Again, this is your host, Mr. Blows Your Minds, and again, this is Black Minds News Report. First again, today's date is September the 20th, 2019, and first again, I want to say what's good to my fam. Old, haven't had no new ones lately, so again, what's good, everybody? Glad you can come over here again. We're going to try to put out again. I'm going to do the lives, but I'm going to take our time of doing on that, right? Because everybody been kind of slow about getting, so we're going to wait till everybody start realizing I'm back over here again. And when I get you over here, we can get it going again. So again, welcome to the most hated show in the black corner of YouTube. If you should be a passerby, go down the aisle. We always got a grand opening. See some things over there you might like. See something that make you feel some kind of way. But remember, the motto of the show is the truth don't need no partner. Hey, Mr. Blow Your Mind, how can you say you're the most hated show in the black corner of YouTube? Well, we've been in the business for 7 years, have 2.94 thousand subscribers, right? Can't get past 40 views. How is it possible when you used to get 275,000, 50,000, 30,000, 20,000? Which means you had something that people would like to hear. And so you're going to tell me all of a sudden now, I'm doing what I do, no one wants to hear. Or is it just the system trying to put me and tuck me in the corner? Well, you make that call. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this, right? So we're going to take it over here. Let me go ahead and take you over here to what happened over here. So check this out. And I should be right back after this here, I guess after this, right? Let me see how we're going to do this, right? So let's do this. Teen arrests and fatal stabbing of boy that dozens filmed as he bled to death. You know I'm going to say that again. Teen arrested and fatal stabbing of boy that dozens filmed as he bled out. They changed the story to what says this now. Teen fatally stabbed as dozens watch, some rolling video rather than helping, police said. Again, they changed the story to this. Teen fatally stabbed as dozens watched, some rolling video rather than helping, police said. Kids stood here and didn't help Khaseen. A detective said of slain teen Khaseen Morris, they rather video. They videoed his death instead of helping him. This is coming out of the NBC News, September the 18th, 2019, and this is how it reads. A teenager near New York City was stabbed to death in an attack witnessed by dozens of onlookers, some who rolled videos of the slaying rather than help stop it, police said Tuesday. Khaseen Moore, 16, and a friend were set upon by as many as a half dozen people Monday in an after-school brawl in front of a pizzeria in a strip mall parking lot in Oceanside, a Long Island community about 30 miles east of Manhattan, authorities said. Morris was stabbed in the chest, and a 17-year-old friend suffered a broken arm and swelling to his head, police said. Authorities announced an arrest in the fatal stabbing on Wednesday. Tyler Flock, 18, was charged with murder in connection with the death of Morris. Nassau County Police said in a statement, he will be arraigned Thursday. The death of the teen was witnessed by dozens of onlookers, some who recorded the slaying rather than help stop it, police said Tuesday. Nassau County Detective Lieutenant Stephen Fitzpatrick told reporters the attack appeared to have stemmed from a dispute over a girl, and the perception of who she might be dating or who she might be hanging with. Investigators believe at least 60 teens had gathered around the parking lot to watch the confrontation, and some took cell phone videos that was posted on social media. Kids stood here and didn't help Khaseen, Fitzpatrick said. They rather video. They videoed his death instead of helping him. The detectives appealed to onlookers to come forward. If you're not a part and parcel of the murder of Khaseen Morris, now's the time to get in touch with us to let us know who did this and why, Fitzgerald said. If it was just coming here and thinking you were fighting and then he got stabbed during that, you need to get in front of this. Khaseen, who had just started his senior year at Oceanside High, walked a girl home from a party on Sunday night, a chivalrous act that led to his slaying, family members said. The girl told her ex-boyfriend and said that, "Oh, another boy walked me home, and she kind of set up this thing to get him jealous," an older sister, Khaseen, told NBC New York. Nassau County Executive Laura Curran said Wednesday that additional police officers will patrol Oceanside High School and neighboring schools, and that the county reached out to the Oceanside School District to ensure they have the mental health resources to support students in need. I want to plead with all our residents, not just our young people. If you see someone in serious danger, please use your phone to get help, not likes and shares, Curran said in a statement.
Nice for anything you want to do outdoors.
All right, Elise, thank you so much. CBSN New York received new information overnight. A 16-year-old died after being stabbed during a wild brawl outside of a Nassau County pizzeria Monday afternoon. Another teen was injured in that violent fight. And this morning, police are now searching for a group of suspects. CBSN New York's Andrea Klein-Thomas is live in Oceanside with more on an update of who police are looking for. Andrea.
Well, Alex, police are hoping that more people come forward with information at this hour. Now, this fight happened right here in this parking lot. Police say it escalated quickly and left 16-year-old Khaseen Morris dead. We're blurring this video posted on social media. It shows the chaos that erupted around 3:45 Monday afternoon in the parking lot of a strip mall in Oceanside. Police say the fight was between two groups of teenage boys. You can see one group kicking and punching one of the teenagers. Other teens stood by and watched. 16-year-old Khaseen Morris was stabbed in the chest and later died from his injuries. Another 18-year-old boy suffered a broken arm.
It might have been over a female, it might have been over a school rivalry, but we're leaning towards the first part of that.
Officers blocked off the parking lot as they searched for evidence. Police say they're reviewing video and are questioning some of the 50 teenagers who were at the scene.
I'm in shock. We got nerve. Oceanside is a, very saving area. So you send each other by the school because never a problem, and don't have any problem like that.
Police say this strip mall is a common hangout for teenagers after school. They say 5 to 7 boys came here to start trouble and possibly know the teenagers they targeted.
This has been and always has been a local gathering for at least Oceanside High School to spill out and go to the pizzeria and all the stores here. Now, if these kids are from another area and they came here with a vendetta for whatever the motive was, they knew where to find them.
Now, police say the students that were here yesterday are believed to be from various schools, but officers say they know the teenagers that they're looking for. In Oceanside in Nassau County, Andrea Klein-Thomas, CBSN, New York.
Andrea, thank you. A Nassau County judge will preside over a status conference today in the case of an NYPD officer.
All right, so we back now. Okay. So, we see that a situation took place. Young man, Khaseen Morrison, seems to have got killed, and it looked like it was a brawl at around by a pizzeria. And this is in New Jersey. And it seemed like he had been stabbed in the chest, ended up bleeding out, and died later on or the next day. And so, based on what the article said there, it talks about that it kind of says that there was a situation might be stemming from an encounter of a party that Khaseen Morris had walked a young lady home. Article says chivalrous act, right? And, it's a good thing that, walking a female home, making sure she gets home safely. Coming from a party, maybe there's some interest there, right? He's new, according to what the article has said, that recently had transferred to this school, just started getting himself settled in. And again, somebody new to the scene is attracted to people who, again, when we talk about high school and already having reputations and, and rapport and classification of what kind of group you in. You might be in the popular group, or you could be in the so-called emo group and so forth, right? Now, some people will say, well, see, this is what Black Minds News does over here, right? Some people may think this here is a lot of, this is kiddie shit, right? But again, when we see how in today's world and the lack thereof, people having common sense and just somebody sitting down running the game A to Z with you is lacking in so many parts of this country. So it's incumbent that somebody who does this, again, there's some adults who, again, like they said, I remember one time a woman told me, I was at work, and then it was a situation where something was happening, and the woman looked at me, and I guess she could read the energy in the spirit. She said, I'm glad I was raised and not born. Now I'm going to say that again. Raised and born. There's a difference between somebody being raised and then somebody being born. When you're just born, it means somebody had you. Nobody took time to put any kind of, what they say, inculcate, teach you, rear you. But when somebody sat down, and the difference between what? Raised. When somebody raised me, they took time to sit down and tell you the game. Now, in the case here, again, like I said, being in high school, people are trying to find their way, trying to figure out who they are, trying to come into this individual who they're trying to become. And so there's a lot of you going through, again, for a young man, how a man comes from a boy to a man is that he goes through, again, trying to learn how to date, get in relationships, and then he has to fall in love, and then he gets his heart broken, and then once he recovers from that, it substantiates what kind of individual he's going to be later on. It depends on how he deals with that, right? So, in this case, we see that, again, the young lady, according to what they say, now again, how they heard the story, because again, the sister, Khaseen Morris, again, got her info through the grapevine, right? And she told her this is what this was about. But again, the story has two scenarios to it, and I'll talk about that. Now, again, he walks a young lady home, might have been some interest there. Don't know where they danced, they talked, or whatever it might be. But the young lady had just recently been out of a situation, because it talks about she has an ex-boyfriend. And by her having an ex-boyfriend, again, we don't know the ins and outs as to that situation. Matter of fact, let me give you what Khaseen looked like. So just to give you the visual of the young man, so we know what we're talking about here, right? Right. So that's the young man there, Khaseen, right? Khaseen Morse. And this young man here, again, she got some interest. Again, she just got an ex, but somehow it's still kind of, again, how in this stage when you're in high school, the song "Make Up to Break Up," that's all we do, right? First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools, right? And that's that kind of that little ritual that goes on, what they call puppy love, right? First time falling in love. Okay, so we don't know whether it was something he had did that caused him to break or something she had did, but he was still feeling some kind of way. So based on, again, what I heard, again, in the article, I ain't gonna say what I heard, but I read in the article, it talking about this young man that I'm going to show you, who I'm showing you. Got a little background about some possessions of some things and so forth like that. And obviously he didn't go to the party that day, right? And she went to the party, and Khaseen ended up getting them walking with her home. So I'm pretty sure some phone call after the party, he called asking her, you know what I'm saying, who you came home with. And so she seen an opportunity to enlighten him about, you know, hey, I'm gonna make you feel some kind of way because, again, you know what I'm saying, I kind of like, you know, Khaseen, right? You know, whatever way she kind of feeling, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this as an opportunity to get back at you, eat at you a little bit. Now, again, teach your own how you want to play the game. But see, the game can become dangerous for the simple fact that the individual who you doing this to, right? Let me show who this cat look like, right? Let me show what he look like, right? Let me go ahead and show it to you, right? I'm gonna show it to you, right? Now this is who they end up arresting, right? You see him there, right? Right? And so you telling him about this one here, right? You gonna tell him about this one here. Now he know who that is. He the new cat in the school. You know, things been said, you know what I'm saying? My man might, again, ain't too talented. We don't know all the background to it. We're going to get a hypothetical in there. Hey, he ain't too talented, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever kind of reputation he think he got in there. This new cat coming in there, moving in on his, and he ain't liking that. So again, you know, lack of maturity, can't rationalize and think things through. So you're going to act in an emotional state. You're going to react in a certain way. So no telling whatever that phone conversation between her and him, but you know she was doing that. Matter of fact, I got a situation of myself I'm going to tell you, once in a while, but I ain't going to tell you a story too, right? I mean, one time, I had my own little apartment, right? You know, single, doing what I was doing, had my own place and money, doing all these things, right? And I had a neighbor next door to me, moved in after I came in there. Sister, right? Nice little, you know, woo-woo. I had talked to her a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of was saying some crazy shit. I'm like, I ain't finna, right? At first, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't fall for a big button to smile, right? You better figure out what's up in that head. So anyway, she said some things that I thought was a little bit strange, so I was a little apprehensive. Like, nah, man, I don't think I want that kind of trouble. But she would come on once in a while, I want to borrow sugar, you know what I'm saying, come on through. What you know, I'm over here, we chilling. Well, you come on, hang for a minute, going back on with your long hair, right? So I guess she had a situation with the dude she was talking with, right? So I'm, you know, in order for me to go to get in my ride, I got to go across her window, which is kind of like the way this building was built. You had to walk across and, you know, you can see, you know, somebody coming by if you got your curtains or your shades or something open. So I guess she on the phone with homie and she tell homie like, you know, woo, she make up some name that ain't my name, but she saying something that coming by and walking past, you know, she trying to make this nigga jealous. Right? But here I ain't got no clue about none of this shit, right? I don't got no clue about this. So, you know what I'm saying? I had my brother, he came over, hang out in my crib. I let him stay there while I had some other shit I had to take him to, and I came back a couple days later. So he said, man, you know, woo, came next door. Some nigga from over there came over here knocking on my motherfucking door. Whoop-de-woo. I'm like, what? I know motherfucker probably coming knocking on my door from over there. Motherfucker coming here, somebody live in the building. You feel what I'm saying? You don't come knock on my door, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, what else? So let me go on over here. So I go over there, knock on my front door. Was like, hey, what's up with this woo, this shit? Well, nothing coming over there, woo. You know, okay. I say, hey, let me tell you. I want you to call him, tell that nigga, don't come knock on my door no damn more, because I don't know you. Whatever business he got with you, that's between you and him. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Okay, so what happened is we out there, we talking, and guess what? He pop up. I look at my man up, say, you know what I'm saying, you knocking on my door? He like, Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he said, I said, yeah, that's where I live at. You understand? And so she was, you know what I'm saying? He said, no, but you know, she was saying whoop-de-woo-woo-woo-woo. And I'm like, hey, why you telling that man that bullshit? I don't even fuck with you like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't fuck with you like that. And she was like, oh, you know, nah, I was just, you know, I said, I said, partner, let me tell you something. Now, see, now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to run it down to you. I'm going to tell like a TIN. I said, oh, I feel what you feel. You understand? I understand what you're thinking. I said, you got the right situation, but you got the wrong person. Let me tell you like that. You got the right situation, but you got the wrong person. Ain't that right, girl? That be that other nigga that be coming over here knocking. That don't be me. Then, you know what I'm saying? Because neighbors see shit, police coming, all that shit. And then police coming, they told us, like, look, went in there, talked to her about the situation. They said, hey, look, matter of fact, you right. Dude better not come knocking this door. Because I'm telling Prime Popo, that nigga come knocking this motherfucking door, I'm going to lay that nigga out. He going to be dead over here. You understand? Police was like, well, I ain't he done tell you warning. I mean, he protecting this. You know, they even telling her, this nigga protecting his house. He right. If this nigga come knocking the door, he don't know who he is. Everything good. Now, see, just to show that the fuck shit she was on, guess what ended up happening? Since she was on bullshit and they recognized, because the cops, they were talking to me, because again, I done already had all these situations with them, because niggas was moving over there and I hadn't had them, so they knew who I was. It was like, okay, well, they said, we're gonna run her background. We already know this nigga, we already know him. So they ran her background. Guess what happened? She had motherfucking warrant. Guess what? Burn up now. Now you got to go to court. See, because you was on bullshit. You understand? Since she was on bullshit, so guess what? Now she had to go through that whole motherfucking process. Now again, the reason why I'm connecting that story is for the simple fact that again, sometimes females be on bullshit to get under niggas, to get up under their skin, to get this nigga to feel some kind of way, to have some kind of feelings about him, right? But the situation can become deadly. Just like homie was talking about come knocking on my door. Like, nigga, if you come knocking this door, I'm going to lay you out. Right? So look what happened here with young Khaseen and them. But then it kind of said that this area, the pizzeria, it was a place where there was a group. They said it was a group fighting. So now if he knew, I don't know if he done got in the group that quick or people just fell in because he was a leader type or whatever it might have been. But him and his boy got broken arm. He got stabbed up. But they said it was a group of them fighting. So I don't know what that was all about. But they kind of intertwined in that as if it's kind of like some kind of rivalry with schools. I can say it's a situation. Again, I know how the rivalry with high school I went to. Man, back in the day, motherfucker make a nigga walk the damn tracks. You understand? That kind of bullshit. But anyway, so young man ended up getting stabbed up. Due to the simple fact that, again, a lot of dudes sitting up in these cemeteries because why? Women done got a lot of dudes killed. You know, the one dude, the old dude, new dude, not too long ago, last week or so, a situation, I didn't do the story, but there was a situation where dude was with the now girlfriend and the ex that came through and he stepped to the ex and ended up getting killed. Dude ran him over 2-3 times, killed them up, right? All in the simple fact to protect him. But again, he didn't know all the ins and outs because again, women, got a lot of bones in them damn closets. A lot of shit y'all don't want to really damn admit, but they got a lot of motherfucking bones in them closets. That's why women be kind of hesitant about saying a lot of shit because they know they done did a lot of shit and them bones gonna fall out. So again, you don't know how I'm playing you and they're still over here talking to him. And again, you know, sometimes some of them just laugh at the fact that they getting it, they all good with it, not knowing she playing you and him. So in this situation, he is a young one on her way, learning what the game is, learning how to play and pull the string with the wrong motherfucker. He crazy like that. Again, look who it was, right? Let's look again. Look at who it was, right? Look who it was, right? You didn't think no jealousy was there, huh? He got jealousy. First of all, him black, you white. You know what I'm saying? I already feel some kind of way. I don't know if this is sister or not. You know what I'm saying? We ain't get to hear that part, but we're just gonna say, okay, what it is. But he couldn't compete with it. Again, you know what I'm saying? You got weapons again, fisticuff was pretty good. A good knockout, couple broke teeth, eye blacking up again. But now motherfucker want to make sure you don't breathe no more. So one stab, it seemed like a damn. But one stab, it seemed like they couldn't, couldn't save him. Again, like I say, you get in these situations, man. Again, somebody out there who got money and needed some young, new black, it's not a good situation to be in, because again, they'll let you go just so they can carve you up like an old car, sell the body parts. You understand what I'm saying? So again, it's a tragic situation when you look at it. And that's Tyler Flock, right? And, so in a situation, if he is the culprit of the one that, again, because they're trying to weed it down and try to figure out exactly. But I guess through the grapevine, they done already picked out and said this is who it is, because that's why they got his picture on there and everything. So he said he innocent and you don't have to go through the process. But if not, well, you took his life and now your life going to be messed up too. So they got a two for one actually got a 2 for 2 on this situation. Tragic that the young brother lost his life. All the simple fact that all he was trying to do, come from new school, trying to find somewhere, and then he give us somebody that again didn't know and playing them up on games. And again, that's the kind of shit we do when you at that age. But at the expense of somebody's life, we see the young man, again, that's too young. I mean, I'm not sure whether he's 16. They say he's a senior, but I hear 16 and I hear 18. So they kind of, I'm not sure what age it is, but just the fact that he didn't get a chance to really, and, he didn't even get a chance. He was just figuring shit out, trying to figure shit out. And all of a sudden now you're not here on the planet no more. So again, people going to have these kind of conversations. Everybody just assumes sometimes that people know shit just because they exist. No, if somebody ain't sitting down, give me the game A to Z, especially these young ones out here, then, you got to tell the young man, you're going to go through that, man. You putting all your heart into one. I remember one time somebody I was kind of talking with, and they was telling me they put their whole eggs, they put all their eggs on this situation of a person here. They was in one state and this person was over on the other side of the goddamn country. And all this woo on the social media, on the telephone, say, man, motherfucker tell you any motherfucking thing just because, again, the conversation, but again, it's too much air and opportunity. You ain't there, you in another state, you don't know what you can't see on hand. Then he finally gone up over there, and then it went like it was. It was all that, but then he can't come to the house, all this other shit, all this mystery shit. I said, see, you put all your eggs in that shit. You talking about there ain't gonna be no other women. I told him, look, man, you too young. You need to go out here. And, dating is just kind of get you, not to say that you're just trying to go through women. What you're doing is you dating so that you can get a profile of what type of women that when you having conversations and you see certain patterns, you be like, damn, okay, that reminds me of such and such. So I kind of got a map as where this shit might go if shit start turning. That's what the dating is. So when he try to put all his eggs in one and then see when the rolling himself crazy, and that's the kind of shit that end up happening. Dude fall all love, he all into you and you playing him. Then now all of a sudden he killing you and himself, right? So again, that's why we have to have these conversations. These why I do these kind of stories, and this is what Black Minds News do over here. We give it to you 100. So again, you tell me what you think about the situation. I just told you was somewhat of some part of what I think of it. And that's what we got to do, right? So it's a sad situation. Again, two going to lose their life. Young man didn't get a chance. He was just had a lot of maybe potential and all that now been snuffed out over the simple fact that somebody playing jealousy games, right? So again, sad, but it's life, right? It's the life we live. So again, I want to thank everybody over there for your participation and clicking on the video. And when you see one another, greet your brother. What's good, brother? See your sister? What's good, sister? Can't do that much. At least get that universal nod, right? Understand the team and the team that you play on and the people that's on your team. Understand that we is all we got. Understand that allies are good and they are important. But ask your allies 2 questions. 1, if shit and when shit get hot, are you gonna still be in the frying pan with me? 2, have you ever heard of John Brown? Is that real or that's some shit y'all told black folks and then y'all know that shit ain't real, so y'all just gave us that something we can think that somebody was all white that went out their way, do everything to help us. I recognize time is dawning that there are some but not all, who seek our demise. So it's incumbent that we as, BADOS, ADOS out here, We have to be mindful, vigilant, cautious, and high spirit. And this is your host, Mr. Blows Your Mind. This is Black Minds News Report. Peace and love. Until the next show. To the next show.